This video will give you an overview of our volunteer toolkit, also known as the VTK. So let's get started and look at some of those benefits. The benefits of using the VTK is it will help you plan your troop year and manage your troop with ease. As we walk through the demo portion of this video, it will become more clear on how this new application will assist you and your troop. You'll also have access to some of the new journeys and badges that GSUSA is only releasing to the Volunteer Toolkit. You'll be able to track troop attendance and achievements. This will be able to allow you to better purchase your awards later at the shop and to present the awards at your end of year ceremony. You can communicate directly with parents, so you no longer have to use your personal email or maintain distribution list. You can submit your end of year financial report instead of having to use a paper form. So who has access to this system? Troop leaders have access to the system as long as they meet two requirements. They must be active for the current membership year, and they must be part of a fully formed troop. GSUSA considers a fully formed troop to be a troop that has at least 2 leaders that are active. Parents also have access to the system, but they do have limited access. So let's look at what that looks like. Troop leaders can view pre-populated meeting plans for Daisy, Brownie, and junior troops. They can also create custom plans for older troops or multi-age level troops. They can view important dates from council, and there's several other resources that are available, such as the activity checkpoints. Parents can go in and view the attendance for their daughter as well as achievements that their daughter has earned. They can also view the meeting schedule, so if they're going to be absent one night, they can tell exactly what they missed at the meeting, but they will not have access to the detailed plans. In order to access the Volunteer Toolkit, we do recommend that you use Google Chrome because some of the functionality is limited in other browsers and may not work correctly. You can go to our council website at www.gsesc.org or www.girlscoutsesc.org. You would click on My GS in the top right-hand corner. In order to sign on, you're going to use your same login information that you used when you sign into the member community, and that would mean that your login information, your username would be your email address that we have on file, and your password would be whatever you set it as initially. It's also available on mobile devices, including smartphones and tablets. There's no application to download. You would just simply access it using the web or internet as you would for any other website. If you have questions at the end of this video and want to get more information, you can certainly contact us. This is our contact information. We strongly encourage you to email us at customercare@girlscoutsesc.org, and we'll be happy to get you more information. So let's get into the demo portion of this video. Okay, so let's get started with the demo portion. As you can see, we've went to our council website, and we're going to go to the My GS as I previously mentioned. As you click on that, you'll notice that you have the option for member profile, which is where you would register your girls or your family. You're also going to have access to the volunteer toolkit. So that's what we're going to look at today. This is your login information for your member community. So we're going to log in. When you log in, it again prompts you for which one you want to access, the volunteer toolkit or the member profile. We're going to go into the volunteer toolkit. If you look at the first tab, it does have your troop resources. You can go in and add a photo of your troop, and you can also remove that photo. When the parents sign in, they would be able to see the photo that you have uploaded there. You can email directly to all the members of your troop. So if you wanted to send out a reminder about anything that you had going on, maybe they were working on something for International Day, or they need to wear their vest, or any of those types of things, you can email them directly from here. If you want to look at all of the people in your troop, you can see your volunteers, and if you scroll down, you'd also have access to view your girls. You can see the information as far as their phone number, email address, their address, how many years they've been in Girl Scouts, all of those things. You can also email directly to one person versus emailing to all contacts within the troop. You can also renew their membership if they are not already renewed for the new year. You would be able to go in and do that, and as you click on Renew Now, it's going to actually redirect you to the member community to take care of that registration. You can update their contact information to make sure that we keep current information on file. All right, the next tab we're going to go into is our year plan. When you go into the year plan, the first thing you're going to want to do is explore the year plan library. This brings you to a list of all resources that are available for the age level that you would teach. You can see that I'm in a DAISY troop, so that's why you see all of the DAISY options. Right now I have the outdoor journey selected, but we're going to change that. So if you're wanting to see what one of the badges or journeys entail, you can certainly look at that by using the preview option. So if we preview it, you can scroll down and you can see all of the things that this particular journey has to offer. And you can see that it does have 15 meetings. All right, so I like what I see, and this is what we're going to work on. So I'm just going to do select. Now, because I already had a previous journey selected, it's just asking, are you sure you want to replace it? So we're going to replace it. All right. You can go in and customize this plan by changing anything that you want with the order of it. So say that I didn't want to jump into the badges and or the journeys until after I did the outdoor art maker. I can simply drag it down to where it comes below. So wherever you drag it to is where it's going to end up. So if I want to put it under that outdoors art maker, then you can drag it up there. Okay, so you can redirect any of the meetings. You'll notice that the dates did change because I moved it later down, so it reshuffled all of our dates. You can also come up to the top and you can specify meeting dates and locations. So there's a couple of things there. The first time that you go into it is going to ask you to specify what day your meetings are going to start for that year. And you can see I've already selected that. Mine is August the 7th is when I selected. You can also select the time. So it has the 6 p.m. that I previously entered. And it's also going to ask, do you want it to skip any dates that fall on holidays? So you can select which holidays you do not want to have a meeting on. So once you do that, it puts all of the dates into your meeting plan down below. Because I've already selected that, when I select meeting location, dates and locations, it's going to bring all of this up. I can click on any of the calendar dates and it gives me the option of changing the date. So say that maybe it was a really bad storm tonight and we decided it wasn't safe to travel, so we're going to change that meeting from Monday to Tuesday this one time. I can do that very simple. So I can save it, and now you'll notice if we go back out to the calendar, that one is now changed. Also, if you go into the specify meeting date and location, if I wanted to combine this meeting with another one, then I can simply do that. So say that I want to do the intro along with the first badge. I can do combine meeting, and it's wanting to know what do I want to combine. So I'm going to combine those two meetings. And now it's asking what night do we want to meet for that combined meeting. So I'm going to leave it on the 8th. You'll notice that now these two meetings continue to have their own line item on the plan, but they have the same date because they are being held at the same time. All right. The next thing we're going to look at is you can add a meeting. We're going to click on that. When you add a meeting, you can see that because I'm a DAISY troop, it already has the DAISY box checked, but I can also add in additional age levels. So if I am a multi-level troop and I want to add in other badges, or say that this one particular meeting we were going to do a combined meeting with another troop, we can do that. So once you select the age levels you want to see, you can select what type of meeting you want to have. So are you looking at doing badges or petals, or are you wanting to do journeys? What are you wanting? So we're going to do badges. And then it gives you an option of what all categories or which badges you want to look at. So we're going to look at the new badges that just came out. When we bring that up, you'll notice that there's 46 meetings that fit the criteria for what I selected. This is all of the brownie ones. Then it goes into the daisy because it puts them in alphabetical order. And then the juniors are at the bottom. So if I want to do an activity, the animal habitats with the juniors, I would simply select that and then do add to year plan. When I come back out to my year plan, you'll notice that everything I previously had is there, but it also lists the ones that I just added at the bottom. In order to reposition those to where you want them, you would simply drag them and put them where you want them in your calendar. So you can move them both up to earlier in the year. All right. You can also add activities. And right now, our council does not have activities on the system, but you can use custom plans. So if you're looking at doing a field trip and you're going to go to an event or to a special place, you can type in the event name or activity name, where it's going to be held, if there's a cost, what the location is, day, time, and it's going to add that into your meeting location. So we're going to go ahead and schedule one for August the 9th, the day after our first meeting. All right, so we're going to add that activity. And now you can see activities show in blue on the calendar. You can also click on that and it gives you a little bit more detail so you'll be able to see the address. All right, so now that we've looked at all the options at the top, oh, I apologize, one last thing. You can also now see previous years. So if you wanted to go back and look at your year plan from the previous year or the year before, you can certainly pull those up. So we're going to look at how to work with these year plans. Once you get your year figured out, which this is a great way of pulling your girls and getting them involved because we believe in girl-led meetings. So you can sit down with your girls at the first meeting and you can ask them, what do you want to work on this year? Which badges do you want to do? What journey do you want to do? And you can add all of these great things in, and then you can say, what do you want to do first? And you can just shuffle them around, and it's really easy to let the girls get involved. So let's look at how to use these meetings once we get them done. So if we're going to look at this intro meeting, we're going to click on it. All right, so let's go to the meeting plan. So once we have the meeting done, it's going to bring up all of your meetings one at a time. So you can see that this is our first meeting. We combined it. That's why they have the same date. So if you scroll down, you can see all the details behind that meeting. You can see it has the meeting overview. It has the meeting activity plan. It's got the materials list so you can do your shopping. It has where you can do an email reminder to send out to parents reminding them of the meeting. You can record attendance and achievements. There's meeting aids, the agenda, and a notes section. So let's look at this a little bit farther. If we want to look at the materials list, you can click on that, and it has all of it written up for you. You can print it. You can download it to your computer. Meeting overview tells you everything that you're going to be doing during that meeting. And all of these things are the same as they would appear in your Girls Guide or in your leader guide for your journey. It's just all online to make it much easier. You can send a reminder email, so it automatically types up everything and it tells the parent exactly what they're going to be working on, so they know what their daughter's going to be doing that night. It tells them what to bring. You can change any of these things. So if they didn't need to bring snacks, you could delete that. It's very simple to send it out. So you can send it out. You can also go to record attendance. Now, because I'm in the council troop and this is a test troop, we don't have girls. If we did have girls, you would see 2 check boxes, one for attendance and one for achievements, and you would see a list of the names where you would simply check off what they had earned. Meeting aids, you can bring this up. So this is a template for name tags because if it's your first meeting, you may want to do name tags. If we come back, you can see other activities in there. You can come and add your own meeting or additional meeting aids. So when you click on that, a list of other pre-populated meeting aids are going to appear. So you could do a scavenger hunt. You could do a Girl Scout promise, any of those types of things. It's got caper charts, all kinds of things you can add. So let's add the scavenger hunt in. So now you can see that that's showing as a meeting aid. You can also see the agenda. So this is going to be a 55-minute long meeting as it currently stands, and you can see each thing the girls are going to do. So if we want to come back up and we say name tags are not going to take 10 minutes, the girls are just going to color them. Let's give them 5 minutes for that. All right, so you can come in and you can change the amount of time allocated to that event or activity. You can also delete agenda items if you don't want to do a certain activity with the girls. We're going to go ahead and save this one. So now you can see that my meeting time has changed to 50 minutes. You can add agenda items. So you can go in and add your own items. So if you needed to work on International Day preparation, you can certainly add in time for that. It has a section at the bottom for notes. One thing I do want to point out in the notes section is every leader has access to the volunteer toolkit using their own sign-in information. However, if they go in and one leader does a change, it's going to change it for all leaders in that troop because there's only one year plan per troop. So a lot of troops are designating one person to manage the volunteer toolkit for their troop, and other troops are using this notes section to record any changes that were done. So if someone goes in and notices that there's been a change, they can see who did the change and what it was done for. All right. One last thing that I do want to show you in the year plan. Let's go back. You'll notice on the year plan that some of the meetings have a little tree next to them. So we're going to look at one of those. So let's look at the loopy and fair. All right. When we scroll down, you'll notice that one of the agenda items has that same tree. So let's select that. Now, what that is GSUSA is trying to listen to all of their members that we want more outdoor activities for the girls. So this badge was typically written to be done on the inside. What GSUSA did was go back and revamp some of the badges to give you the option of doing them inside with girls or to get the girls outside for this activity. So if you click on it, you can notice that the activity changed. So now they're collecting rocks and making fake rocks and doing things that are outdoorsy versus doing things inside. So we'll leave this as an outdoor activity and save it. All right, so if we go back up to the next part, we're going to look at resources. Resources tab has a lot of great things out here. It has the same meeting aids that showed up on that list where we added those in earlier, but you'll also notice it has a lot of other things. There's the safety checkpoints, which gives you information about what you need to do in order to take the girls hiking or horseback riding or archery or any of those outside activities. It also has some other videos that you can watch regarding the volunteer toolkit if you need additional instruction. It has things with working with money of the troop or girls or parents. It has conflict resolution, safety, all kinds of different things in here. So you can play around and look at any of these items. By looking at them, you just click on the category and then it gives it to you down here. So if we wanted to see how many adults you needed, the ratio chart, you can pull that up and look at that. If I was looking at the meeting aids, I can pull that up. And because meeting aids can be added to your agenda, you can go in and look at these and add them here. And it brings up a list of all of your meetings where you can select which meeting you want to add it to. So let's add it to that one. And now it's added. All right. Troop finances, we're going to look at that tab next. The first thing you're going to notice is it has troop financial forms. We click on that, and it gives you a list of all of the forms that you may need if you're doing any kind of financial stuff. So there's your cash in kind, it has your bank information form, extra insurance, all of those things all in one location for you. In previous years, we've required troops to submit an annual financial report where you would have to tell us your income and expenses. You'll notice if you look at council detail, under the income and expenses sections, it does let you know that GSESC no longer requires troops to report their expenses or income. So we're going to scroll past those sections. Under the financial summary, again, you'll see that we no longer require that to be submitted. However, troops do need to upload their September bank statements no later than October 15th, and we need them to complete the below information. All right. So here's what we do need troops to complete. Information about your troop. So are they returning for the new year? Are they merging with another troop, disbanding? Are you not sure? What service unit are you a part of? And then there's a lot of additional questions and information. So for one, it's asking, what's the age level of your troop? And that's because it could change from year to year if your girls bridge up. In order to answer the question, you're just going to click on the check box or the plus box, and it lets you type it in. So we're going to be a Daisy, and I'm letting them know that we're no longer just a Daisy troop, that we are taking all age levels, Daisy, Bronny, and Junior now. You can attach an attachment to that if you would like. We're not going to for this particular one. We're going to come down to the next question, and it's asking the name of the leaders for the troop, so you can fill that out. You would just simply go on down the form, answering all of the questions. And then once you get done answering it, you can preview your report. It shows you how that's going to be submitted. And then you're going to have where you can send that to council. Now, it's not going to let me send it right now because I don't have all of the required information, but that's how you would send it. And that's the conclusion of our overview of the Volunteer Toolkit. Again, if you have additional questions, please contact us at customercare@girlscoutsesc.org.